what we should be doing to all the illegals trying to jump over our border. We should be smashing their head into the concrete, handling business, separating them from their kids, making sure they're not with pedophiles and child molesters, people like the left. All we got to do is make sure that we don't put any of these kids near any Democrats, and they're going to be okay.
Fuck the communists!
Now I feel like they set themselves up to get their asses beat now by multiple groups of people. And it's not good for them because, you know, they want to cuck to the fucking nigs and the Jews and everything else. But we're in a position now where we're actually more organized than we've ever been. And I think that they're on their way spiraling down, only recruiting fat, disgusting alcoholics to fight for their side. They're not going to be in a good way. Exactly my point. The Jews are now in control of the Proud Boy organization, the 3% organization. They've infiltrated like they do everything. They pit people against each other. They make organizations no longer trust one another. Everybody becomes nervous. Nobody wants to trust each other. Everyone starts infighting. And who ends up winning in the long run? The Jew, right? He said it exactly. You guys are a footnote in history. No one's going to remember you, right? They've convinced the world that Nazis are evil people. And who are Nazis? Nazis are people who believe in family, traditional values, apparently. It's crazy. That guy makes me fucking sick. You know, I wrote it out with Trump until he said no due process and started pushing the vaccine. That was big for me, was the vaccine salesman coming out, and when he banned the bump stock. When he said, take the guns, worry about due process later, that was the end of it for me. I could no longer follow him or support him. Plus, I started to realize, like, the backstory to him and who he really worships and who his children are married to and who his daughter is married to and what they're all about. And then not to mention the fact that he pardoned Kodak Black and Lil Wayne and all those people in the end, and Alice Cooper and all these black people that were in jail. He didn't help a single white person. He never mentioned white unemployment once. Fuck him. And we should get more guys in here that think like us. So as long as they support my business, they're not attacking other brothers, they're more than welcome. Just let me know and I'll send you the invite link and you can share it with who you choose. Just make sure that they're vetted. Make sure that they're people you know. Make sure that you do a skin check. You know what I'm saying? Like I said to my followers, I'm surprised there's not a fucking mob out here, about 500 people with pitchforks and shit and flaming fucking shit. You know what I mean? Because in the 80s or 90s, the dude should be dragged out of his house. You know what I'm saying? The day of the rope couldn't come soon enough, folks.
After Jeffrey, we have Christiana. Hi.
Terrorist!
Can you hear me, Board?
Tim.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say, first off, I heard someone quote my favorite Mr. Rogers. Let me come with a quote that he said, too. Boys are boys, and girls are girls. Boys will grow up to be daddies. Girls will grow up to be mommies. That was Mr. Rogers. Okay, the same one that was quoted earlier. So let's just remember that. Mr. Rogers knew there were only two genders, okay? There are only two genders. You understand? Gender dysphoria was seen as a mental illness not only about 5-6 years ago, and it was replaced with video gaming. You understand? The World Health Organization deems video game addiction a problem, but not gender dysphoria. Children who are coming to schools and spending 7-8 hours a day with teachers who are leftists, they're activists, they're getting jobs at schools so they can indoctrinate children.
Oh my God.
The local universities are leftist indoctrination camps. And what they've done is they've moved into the elementary schools, they've moved into the middle schools, they've moved into the high schools with the full intent of separating and destroying the nuclear family.
Cry
And
harder.
I see it every single day in my community. The destruction of the nuclear family is growing and the divide is getting bigger every single day. And I'm just going to say I know for a fact that Placer County is a highly conservative county. It's a highly conservative area with a lot of Christian and God-fearing people. And when I hear the left scoffing at the sound of God or the name of Jesus and getting all upset, it tells me exactly where these leftist activist teachers stand. So I just want to tell you, you board members were elected by people on the right who love God, love children, love family, faith, and country. And you should do as the people who elected you have asked you to do. And that's to defend the family
and defend parental rights. So I'm a proud Western chauvinist who refuses to apologize for creating.
You're a terrorist.
Do not allow left-wing activists to shut down freedom of speech. They do this every time I speak. They try to take away my speech.
You're done. Sit down. Nazi had his say.
Christiana, and after her time at the podium.